This is going to be a quick tutorial on how to do the cat-bat proxy. So let's see if I can show a quick example. Not too bad. Useful for tallies because the talisman dude is right here. So this is a dead body proxy, which abuses a mechanic with some of the dead bodies in this game, this guy in particular, where he has a hitbox that we can't go through, but the game allows us to charge through it, presumably to prevent unwanted bonks. So let me see if I can show that. Charge through it, and it lets us go straight through. But if I like walk, jump, glide into him, you can see still has a hitbox for a split second there. The way we abuse this is if we charge into him, then release the charge while the hitboxes are overlapping. The game will detect that, and to prevent Spyro from getting stuck with the overlapping hitboxes, launches Spyro out. Lucky, we have a mechanic that lets us release the charge midair for a single frame. The way this works is charge jump, and then midair, we have to let go of X, and then tap it again. And you'll see him do a little wiggle. During this wiggle, there's that single frame where he's not considered charging. So you'll see the little wiggle. All right. Maybe I try to show it one more time with that tidbit of information. Yeah. So you see I try to do that little wiggle as I'm entering the body. So now I'm going to go over the movement that helps us line up the hitbox with that guy. So I'm doing it from a charge jump, and midair, I'm gliding out of my charge jump, flaming, and then going back into another charge jump. So we'll break it down piece by piece to get the hang of it. So starting out just with the charge jump, and release square and X. You'll see he flops. We don't want this flop, so as soon as we release square and X, we're going to want to hit X again to initiate a glide. So it should look like that, no flop. Next piece of the puzzle is when we do that X input to glide, you just want to kind of slide your thumb over the circle button. So it'll look something like this. Once you're comfortable with that, after your flame, you're going to want to go back to holding square and X. So something like this. And my suggestion is to just practice doing this over and over again and chaining them together. Once you're comfortable chaining these together, you're going to want to start working on the best position to begin that movement in order to flame the dude and then line up Spyro's hitbox. So, and just to demonstrate how this setup looks like a single one of those, I'm going to just do it really quick. Yep, see? My suggestion as far as spacing is you want to jump before this dark portion. So you'll be charging from the spawn point, jump over the ledge, and then you want to land before the dark point and do another charge jump, and that's where your movement starts. So, something like that. You can do it from quite a few different starting positions. you can even get away with doing it like from in the start portion. The reason I suggest doing it a little bit further back is you can slow down your inputs and still get a successful proxy. Whereas if you do it pretty close, you have to really mash the inputs. So, yeah, something like that. Not really much else to it. Just play around with it. Try to keep your timing consistent and something that you're comfortable with, not too fast. And maybe just work on jumping from different lengths to line up the hitbox. So yeah. Yeah. Once you get the hang of it, and once you've dialed it in, you kind of get used to a good position to jump from, depending on how quickly you're doing your inputs. It's really not too bad. Alrighty, that's a wrap.